Something has fallen. An iceberg covering 600 square miles, an enormous chunk of Antarctica's Brunt ice shelf, approximately the size of London, has just broken off the Antarctic ice shelf. This has always been a closely monitored ice shelf and has significant changes on Sunday. Researchers reported on Monday that this iceberg measures a distance of 1,550 square kilometers, similarly 600 square miles. There had been a break-off about 11 million years ago, and this happens to be a second major crack-off from the Antarctic ice shelf. This process, called calving, has happened in 2 years, although scientists have long guessed it would occur. Following the British Antarctic Survey's report, cracks have been naturally developed across the whole ice shelf for 10 years. From a location of another ice shelf that's been most talked about, the Larsen C ice shelf on the Antarctic Peninsula, the Brunt ice shelf lies across the Weddell Sea. In 2022, the Larsen C ice shelf, approximately the size of New York City and confirmed to have maintained balance for a long time, eventually broke off entirely into the sea. It was the first time in the historical records of humans that Antarctica had such a collapse. It occurred following an atmospheric water body that brought strangely warm air into the area, and many have also attributed this climate change as a possible cause. But concerning one of the researchers, the BAS glaciologist Dominic Hudson says that the most recent break-off from the Brunt is not connected to climate change. He further explains that this activity, called calving, has long been expected to happen, and it's part of the behavioral characteristics of the Brunt ice shelf. For decades, a particular crack in the Brunt shelf, called chasm, has been inactive, but in 2012, scientists spotted a significant development. It consistently started to grow in 2015 until December of last year, when researchers confirmed it to have extended throughout the whole ice shelf. Icebergs have calved from the ice shelf twice in 2 years. The previous one, known as A74, was composed in February 2021. More than 5 years later, a new crack called the Halloween crack formed. It's smaller than the most recent break-off and has long collapsed into the Weddell Sea. U.S. National Ice Center will name the newest iceberg. Researchers predict that it will take the path of A74 into the sea. Does this unusual event pose any danger to us? Scientists have understood for some time that the Earth experiences cycles of change in climatic conditions due to the changes in the orbit of the Earth, like geological factors. Earth sometimes experiences apparent reductions in its surface and atmospheric temperatures. This brings about long-term periods of glaciation, or what is more preferably called the Ice Age. A crack does not threaten the Earth's safety and continued existence. Let us know your thoughts about this giant crack in the comments section. If you have yet to click on the subscribe button, do it now to stay notified whenever a new video is uploaded. Bye for now.